Don't act like a stranger when I see you later. Can't let this go on so long, my darling. With me, you be safer. Don't fuck with them players. They can't give you what you want, I promise. I've been thinking back to when you wanted me to play the role and I was on it. Wonder why you quit before we started. Must have been your ego that was off it. Oh, you were so quick to cut me off. I don't usually think about this often. Since you posted pics with him, I got it. Get this on my chest, you know I want it.
Alright, so some pretty exciting news, guys. I'm no longer a 16-year-old entrepreneur. I'm now a 17-year-old entrepreneur. Woo! Yeah, honestly, just technically my birthday was yesterday, but really it's just another day. I don't really celebrate birthdays or whatnot, but super grateful to be alive and well and live to see another year, I guess. However, what I want to talk today about is how much in a year a lot of things can absolutely change. You can learn a lot of things, but also just as much as there's so much progress that can be done in 1 year, there's also so much that could have been missed out. You could have done a little bit more, you could have pushed yourself a little bit more, and you could have done things a little bit differently. And so I want to talk about my learnings over the past year, where I was, a year ago from today, and how far I've come, etc., etc. And the best part is that since I've documented a huge part of my journey all the way back from last November to now, this November, I can go back, watch the footage, and since I know what I've been going through in the business and the different stages where I was at, I can actually go ahead and give some commentary. The first lesson that I would want to give, for example, my younger self or someone who is in my position or someone who's just starting out is read, read, read. I can't tell you how helpful this is. I've picked up this Kindle almost a year ago. And the number one thing that I can tell you is that what separates you from someone who's, making millions and millions and millions of dollars a year is your knowledge, is how you operate and how you think about things. And the way you change these things is by actually doing that thing. However, not only that, but you also need to know exactly how to do those things. So the thing that I learned from reading almost over 100 books by now is that your thoughts dictate your actions. And the only way you can improve your thoughts is if you have good ideas in your head to begin with. So you won't be able to get good ideas if you're scrolling all day on your phone or you're playing video games or you're basically outside and wasting your time. You probably won't get any good ideas. And so a lot of people are wondering, why can't I get good ideas for my business? Why can't I think of any good content ideas? Why can't I have any of these good ideas? It's simply because you don't have the proper inputs in order to have that as part of your sort of data set and have that as part of your thinking process, your brain basically. I'm going to do a video pretty soon, hopefully in a month or two, about the top 10 books that I would recommend, my learnings from each one of them, and some sort of runner-ups that I would also recommend, but I wouldn't necessarily start with, is if I was a beginner to this whole reading thing. So stay tuned. The second lesson I learned this year is that your time and attention are the two most valuable assets you can ever have. Personally, when I got asked to, yo bro, like let's go hang out or let's do this thing or let's play some video games or whatever, most of the time my answer is no, unless I'm actually trying to de-stress and deload off myself that day or that particular week. The reason this is super essential is because I understand that I am in the building stages of my life. I know that I really have to basically endure suffering in these few beginning years of my life in order to ensure that the rest of my life is spent living at the best life experience I can possibly have. And the only way I can do that is if I say no to 99% of the opportunities that are quote unquote. I had a conversation with a really old friend the other day, and basically I haven't talked in a while, and he was like, I understand that you have this whole entrepreneurship thing, you have a personal brand, you have, your company that you're working on, you're working with all these clients, but what do you actually do for fun? And I sat there and I processed it for a second. And sure, I do spend some time with friends. I do spend some time on my phone. I do play video games every so often. But I realized that my typical fun isn't what most people my age consider fun. Like, I actually enjoy staying in and picking up a book rather than going out to the mall or to a party or this and that. Just because simply I reprogrammed my brain to give me different rewards for the things that will actually push my life forward, such as reading, meditating, journaling, staying in and doing the work that I basically dread 99% of the time. Which leads me on to my last trick, and that is I am so lazy. Like, you guys don't understand how lazy I actually am. However, I'm really good at tricking my brain into doing stuff. So I'll give you an example. I really hate going to the gym. I actually don't enjoy it whatsoever. Sure, I get the satisfaction, fulfillment after I go work out, but I'm super good at tricking my brain into thinking, okay, I'm just gonna go get dressed, I'm gonna wear my shoes, and that's it. If I feel lazy and if I feel like not going, then I'm just not gonna go. And then I grab my water and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna walk outside my house, and if I feel like not going, then I'm not gonna go. And then I'm gonna be like, okay, now that I'm outside, I might as well just walk all the way to the gym. And if I don't feel like working out, I'm just gonna walk back. It's fine. It's no big problem, right? And then by the time I'm actually in the gym, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do one exercise. And by the time I get that one exercise in, I just instantly start a workout. I have a good workout, and I enjoy the rest of my day. So you need to get really good at tricking your brain if you're so used to overstimulation, if you're so used to having 4, 5, 6 hours of screen time on your phone every single day. You need to basically train your brain into giving you the dopamine that you were getting on your phone from doing the regular good habits, the tasks that are required from you in order to progress your life forward. That's basically the 3 main lessons that I've learned this year. I know that this is just on the spot. I haven't really had time to actually write them down, but I think thinking about them on the spot like this allows me to be very unfiltered and very transparent, because chances are the things that I'm thinking about on my mind right now are the things that truly did, change my year, or are truly the things that I came up with this year or came out of this year with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video or something. Peace.